Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session of meditation with some live music. So, very glad to be here with all of you here and looking forward to the collective meditation experience. So, what we will do today is, like usual, we'll start with raising our pure energy, which we call as Kundalini, and give ourselves a balance. And then we will experience some meditation together. Um, I will also provide an introduction in case any of you are new, and we'll go through the steps that we initially go through when we get our self realization. And although some of us might have repeated it many times, it's always a great idea to do it together and put our attention on the different energy centers, and it really helps clear those centers and bring more and more of this pure energy up along the central channel. So let's first raise our Kundalini with the two hands. If you know how to do it, you can follow along. The left hand goes up straight, and the right hand makes rotations around. Then when we go beyond the top of the head, we give a knot. We'll do it a second time. We can tip the head towards the back a little bit when we reach above the top of the head. The second time we give two knots, and the third time we give three knots. And let that attention stay there beyond the top of the head. Just watch our attention. And then we give ourselves a balance. This is also called the bandhan. It's a shield of protection around us. We start with the right hand on the left side, and then we take it over the top of the head, bring it to the right. And then from the right, go back to the left. So it protects all our centers, starting from the one at the base of the spine. So we start the right hand just at the hip area and then go all the way. And we do this 7 times to protect our 7 energy centers. Now we are in this shield of protection, and we are secure, we are balanced. Just feel that pleasant attitude towards ourselves and the pure desire to experience the state of meditation and to deepen that state, to deepen that silence where we have no thoughts, but we are fully aware. It's the state called thoughtless awareness, which is what meditation means. And this state is very powerful. It takes away all our stress, it takes away all our worries. And beyond that, it actually lets this pure energy work subtly on our different energy centers. So let's have a look at the what we call the chakra chart, which is the chart of our subtle system. This shows those energy centers that are along the spine, and we call them subtle because these are energy centers that we don't normally feel, and these are at a very fundamental level within our being, and they control all the other aspects like the physical, the emotional, the mental, and so on. And it's only through the awakening of this pure energy that you see at the bottom of the spine, inside the triangle, that we can start to become aware of these energy centers. And this pure energy clears blockages in these energy centers, it clears imbalances, and it really makes each of those healthy and nourishes them. And that's how it gives us that pure state. So when it is awakened, it rises along the spine. This pure energy is slightly above the first center. As you can see, the first center, which is at the base of the spine, is below this pure energy. So the energy crosses through the second, third, fourth, and so on, and it comes out at the top of the head, which is the seventh energy center, like a fountain. So that's the happening that we call as self-realization, which is a very significant happening. And once we have this, we get the connection with the all-pervading power. And then we can experience meditation, we can experience the cleansing that happens, and we can use our hands to feel the state of our subtle system, and we can also use our hands to clear any imbalances that we have. So that's the whole journey of Sahaja Yoga, and the founder of Sahaja Yoga is the person whose picture you see here. She is Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She started this in the year 1970, and she made it very simple for all of us to experience. And she calls this as the blossom times, because this is the time when human beings in large numbers can get their spiritual awakening. And she has traveled all throughout the world, and we now have Sahaja Yoga established in more than 100 countries, and practitioners get together regularly to experience collective meditation like we are doing today. So what we will do is the first step of getting this energy awakened, or if it is already awakened, just letting more and more strands of this energy awaken. So we will take a series of steps. We will ask ourselves some questions, we will make some affirmations, and these are words that we will say from the heart with full sincerity, which will put ourselves in touch with the pure self that is within us, the divinity that is within us. And then it becomes effortless to experience the meditation. First, we will put our right hand on the heart. So we can do all of this with our eyes closed. I will also put some little bit of background music. It's not really music, it is just sound of a tanpura, which is an instrument in Indian music that is used to create an atmosphere of a peaceful sound. So we can take off our glasses if we are wearing them. We can keep our feet apart on the floor if you're sitting on a chair, or if you are sitting cross-legged on the floor, that's great as well. We can do all of this with our hands closed, with our eyes closed. We leave our left hand with the palm open on our lap. We use our right hand on different parts of our body on the left side. We start with the heart. We ask this question to this pure energy within us, who we address as Mother. It's a feminine energy. which nourishes, which protects, which guides. It is a mother for us in a spiritual sense. Mother, am I the pure spirit? Now we move our right hand to the upper abdomen on the left side. Mother, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? We take it lower to the lower abdomen near the hip. We can press this place. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. We'll say it 6 times silently from our heart. We want the pure knowledge, which is what we have been seeking. It's not the knowledge that we absorb with the mind. It's the knowledge that we experience in our central nervous system. It's the knowledge of our deepest self. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. With this, the Kundalini rises, and as it rises more and more, we nourish the upper centers. We go back to the upper abdomen on the left side. Here we say with confidence, Mother, I am my own master. Mother, I am my own teacher. This knowledge is innate. It is within us. It's just between us and ourselves. And with this knowledge, we guide ourselves. We know all the deep and subtle aspects of ourselves. We go back to the heart. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Like this pure energy is an aspect of the divine. The pure spirit is an aspect of the divine. And that is what we are. And it's always in a state of witness. While we go through the ups and downs of life, our mind, our emotions, our body feel the ups and downs, but the spirit just watches. And that's our personality. We put our right hand on the left side of the neck where it meets the shoulder. We can press this place. This is the 5th energy center, which is at the base of the throat. And this is the left aspect of that center, which has to do with our self-esteem. And if we feel guilty about ourselves, then this center gets blocked. We want to relieve that. There is no need to feel any guilt because we are the pure spirit. Feeling guilty means we are misidentifying ourselves. So let's say with full confidence, Mother, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty at all. This pure energy is the power of God. It is the power of love. It loves us far beyond anything that we can imagine. When we have so much love from the divine, why should we not also have some love for ourselves? Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Now we put our right hand across the forehead. This is the place where we forgive everyone. We simply say, Mother, I forgive everyone. This is very important so we can experience the state of thoughtless awareness, because as long as this center is blocked, the energy cannot pass through. And only after the energy is able to pass through the center, it can bring us to the state of thoughtless awareness. So let's just be benevolent to ourselves by forgiving everyone. Because if we are not forgiving, we are just troubling ourselves. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now we put our hand at the top of the head. This is the 7th energy center, which is the place where we get our connection with the all-pervading power. We can stretch our fingers backward a little bit. We put our center of the palm at the top of the head. We can press gently and rotate the scalp. Let our attention come to this place. Here we ask for our self-realization. Mother, please establish our self-realization. Mother, please connect us to the all-pervading power of God's love. Then we just lift our hand up a little bit, a few inches. Some of us might be able to feel this energy coming out from the top of the head like a cool breeze. But let's just keep our attention there. It's a very peaceful place to keep our attention, where it's beyond the thoughts, beyond any disturbances. And with the attention there, we bring our right hand back to our lap. Both hands on our lap with the palms facing up. Our attention is in the space above the top of the head. We are fully relaxed and joyful. We'll meditate in silence for just a minute, after which I'll play some music and we'll meditate with the music. Now I'll play a rag in Indian classical music which is called Desh. It helps establish a joyful mood, and particularly it helps this center at the base of the throat, which is the fifth energy center, and it helps establish a witness state. The qualities of this center is that it makes us more collective. It helps us experience the joy of collectivity. But we'll listen with our attention at the top of the head in a meditative state. If you are getting any thoughts, just say not this. Just watch rather than getting involved. Let's use our right hand to help more of this energy rise just by making a simple movement with the right hand starting just in front of our body near the base of the spine and just slowly lifting it up along with our attention. And then going to the top of the head, we'll rest our right hand at the top of the head briefly and then lift it up a few inches above. We'll do this 3 times. It's just our attention that's most important. So all these motions are meaningful. We can feel this energy inside our body responding as we move our hand. Do it a 3rd time. You can do it at your own pace. we might be able to feel that it's easier to keep our attention beyond the top of the head when we do this movement, because it's only through the movement of this pure energy within us that it takes our attention beyond the thoughts. Now we'll also put both of our hands just on the floor if you're sitting on the floor, or towards the floor if you're sitting on a chair. We will use the power of the Mother Earth to clear our energy centers just by putting both of our hands towards the Mother Earth. Now let's bring our hands back to our lap. Let's pay attention to what we feel in our hands. Each of the fingers, the fingertips, are connected with the different energy centers. So if we are feeling something, we'll be able to know what it represents. As we learn more, we can use our vibrations, or this energy that we feel in our hands, to help ourselves to clear imbalances. And we can also help others by using this energy. If you're feeling cool and if both hands are light, it means we are in balance. If you're feeling heat or tingling or pricking, it means that there might be an area which has an imbalance or a blockage. And as we meditate and as we clear the centers, those would go, and then we feel the coolness again. And this is the work of the Kundalini, really. We are just being aware and helping, but it's natural and it happens all the time. Sometimes with our knowledge, sometimes without our knowledge, but this energy, once awakened, is constantly at work. Once we get into the habit of meditation, we find that we use this energy and this pure attention in our daily life. And I have seen from my own experience, when I have stressful situations at work, when I have meetings that are hard, sometimes just getting the attention in a meditative state, just becoming aware of the vibrations, brings a certain calmness to the environment. It has an effect, sometimes very surprising and very immediate effect, that somebody who is otherwise very harsh tones down and becomes reasonable, becomes milder. So I do experience this in my daily life, And we can use this energy. That's the beauty of this, that use it for everything that we do in our life. And I also feel that when I play music, it's just much more effortless when my attention is here at the top of the head. If I get entangled into all the details of what I'm trying to play, it sometimes gets stuck and becomes much more effort intensive. So it's all about experiencing that state of meditation, which is the state of effortlessness. And the experience is much better when we get into the rhythm of practicing meditation on a daily basis. And we recommend meditating 2 times a day, once in the morning and once before going to bed, if you can. But whenever you find the time, whenever you feel like, just experience it and take advantage of it. So let me just play another short piece as we finish our meditation today. You can keep your eyes closed and attention at the top of the head. Again, let's give 1 minute for ourselves in silent meditation. Again, see if you can keep your attention gently, with no effort, at the top of the head. With no tension in any part of our body. Just enjoying the moment of silence. we can open our eyes, and we'll finish by raising the energy again with both our hands and giving ourselves the shield of protection like we did in the beginning. You can follow along, the left hand moving up, the right hand rotating around it. Giving a knot over the top of the head. Second time. 2 knots. The third time. 3 knots. With the right hand starting the left side, going over the top of the head, coming to the right side, and retracing the path back to the left side. This is once. Let's do this with our attention on the different energy centers. The first one was for the base of the spine. The second one, the level of the waist. The third one at the level of the belly button. These are all centers that are along the spine. The fourth one at the level of the heart. The fifth one at the base of the throat. The sixth one at the level of the forehead. The seventh one at the top of the head. I hope you had a good experience today meditating and you feel the clearing that has taken place inside. And I really enjoyed meditating with all of you, and looking forward to seeing you soon in another session of meditation. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.